Now, a second sexual harassment complaint has been filed against director Ranjith. A survivor named Sajid has filed a police complaint accusing Ranjith of sexually abusing him on the pretext of offering him roles in the movies. Now, it has to be remembered that the first complaint against him was filed by Bengali actor Sreelekha Mitra, who accused him of sexual misconduct. Now, Times Now spoke to the survivor, who narrated his misconduct as far as the entire scenario is concerned. And Times Now, in fact, also spoke to the director Joshy Joseph. Listen in.
We have with us Director Joshy Joseph, who is a very important voice in this entire metoo movement revolution that is happening in the Malayalam film industry, because it's not just about the victims and the offenders, it's also about people who are standing with the victims, and he's one such person who's been strongly standing behind one of the victims, and one of the first persons who came out after the Hema committee report came out, Sreelekha Mitra. So what really happened? Though there are people who speak about, this is an old story, this happened many, many years ago, it's still a story that has to be told. So what really happens?
Anyway, the details are there in public domain. She has given the interview in English. So this very house is where I have salvaged her from the hotel where she was staying, just 3-4 minutes auto drive from here. I happen to be the mediator to get her connected with this project of Ranjith through his associate director, Shankar. And I have exchanged numbers between Ranjith and Sreelekha. I was the director of Films Division, Eastern Regional Production Center, Kolkata. So in my official capacity, it was easy for me to get in touch with anybody from the industry. And so they got connected, and they had contacted her for a definite role of a kind of liberated, modern, kind of, cigar smoking character in the film, which is there in the film. And so she came here. Of course, I did not know what happened afterwards. I used to come here to visit my mother. She was staying here. So one morning, I rang her up and asked what happened to the project. I could make out from the other end of the phone that she was shattered and there is completely something wrong. So first question she asked me is that, where are you? So I said, I'm in Kochi. She said, you are in Kochi. Then it was a big relief. She did not know the name of the place. Then I asked for some landmark. So she remembered that flat. At that time, this flat was not there. The only flat in Tambanam was DD Nest. So she said that, please come, I am staying nearby that flat in a hotel, please come. So I went by an auto, and then she narrated it, whatever she has narrated now. In the media, I have salvaged her and then put her here, because it was something like a consoling plus a sense of guilt which was working in me as a Keralite who is more or less settled and moving around in Kolkata, made films, who is accepted as a kind of citizen of Kolkata, and I belong to Kochi, and this is what we did to an artist from Kolkata.
Sir, this is really very sad to see, because all of a sudden, only when a report like this comes out, we are getting to know the kind of suffering that a lot of women had to go through. So there are still so many people who are very hesitant to speak, because they're saying that their time in the industry would get over, or they may not get chances moving forward, or they are getting threat calls. In fact, even Bhagyalakshmi ma'am has spoken about how she's being threatened not to speak about Hema committee report. Do you think this is what is happening, and how is it going to stop, and what should be done for that?
See, whatever happened is unprecedented. Now, this would have become just another story, and Hema committee report was being discussed, and then this had gathered momentum elsewhere too, not only in Kerala. And she is a social activist who was there on the streets for that doctor's incident, rape and murder incident. Sreelekha Mitra is a presence there on the streets, and some of the Malayalam channels were also there to cover that. So it is a serendipity moment, like a lot of things come together and then they meet, and then I could really complete the story which was bothering me for 15 years. So I decided that I will corroborate whatever I have witnessed, and that's what I'm doing.
Okay. So how do you think moving forward it is going to be for Malayalam film industry? An entire executive committee of Amma Association have resigned. They did not take responsibility, nor they wanted to take responsibility to changing things here also. So what do you think is going to happen to this industry if people don't want to speak about it, don't want to act upon it?
Like Modi ji never utters India, no? For the alliance. No? He says, I Indie alliance. No? Same way, I don't want to really name them as Amma. Because my Amma was a witness, not this Amma. So this is AMMA. And it's very clear now, every day things are coming out, and then any mafia which is in operation and which is powerful, it's completely hollow from within. If it has got some moral inner strength or the truth with them, they would have by now come out the way I am speaking out. Why are they hiding? Are they artists? Or what are they? They should be in real estate business, no? Why should they be in film business?
Correct. Sir, just now you had an inquiry with the special investigation team. What did they ask to you? What kind? Or did you give them all the information that you have? Was it something that you had to tell them that you could not tell to the media? What was the inquiry?
Yeah. I told them everything. In the sense, of course, I told everything there on live television. In live television, when you speak, the day when Sreelekha called me and she was angry that the television channel edited out Ranjith's name, and then I decided that I will go on live television. So I went and then participated in a live discussion, and I spoke out about everything. Of course, since there is another channel involved which edited out the name, that part of the story was not told to the media. So I told them, because I don't want to suppress anything. And second thing is that I make longer, very experimental films, shorter films, but this was 3 hours, and then I had to be dispassionately, very objectively tell the story, which was difficult for me because as an artist and as a person who speaks also, I use a lot of metaphors and figurative speech, which I had to completely avoid. And speaking in a plain language, matter of fact, for 3 hours was quite an ordeal.
So one last question. You saw a victim with your own bare eyes suffering. What message would you like to tell to young girls who who are aspiring to come into film and acting and this world of movie biz? What do you think is that one message you would tell them to be strong or to fight? What is that message?
See, from celluloid era, digital technology has liberated the films, but the film mafia which is behind the film industry, from celluloid to digital, instead of one mafia, it is multiple mafia working out, working on. Now, all of us have felt it, sensed it somewhere, but nobody speaks it out. Now we should speak out, like there are a lot of people speaking it out, and then someone else will corroborate, because there are, so truth cannot be suppressed in a digital era. The way cinema is being liberated, truth also should be liberated about the film industry and the behind the stories, which is possible.
We'll get you